Well, let's imagine that we had this drawing here for a space that's about 15 meters by 7 meters in size, and we want to put that onto a page and present it. The easiest way to do that is to select everything, right click, and go to create block, and I'll call this something like layout, for want of a better term. And as a pick point, I'll snap to the bottom left corner, and we could give it a description if we want, and we'll say retain, and we'll go OK. What that does is make a block of all of the entities in that set, but keeps these as separate entities so we can keep on editing and adding other material. These look like concrete pillars supporting a house or portico or whatever. The next step is to go to the Pages drop down and create a page. So I'll say New. I'll leave the name set at page 1. Now, many landscapers would want to present a drawing on an A3 sheet, and they'd want it in album format or landscape format, and that would suit this instance. I'll right click and zoom extents. Could leave the grid on and snap to the grid if you wanted to line things up, but it's not necessary here. What we're now going to do is draw and insert a block from the drawing. Now we call this one layout, so we can bring it in, and we're asked for a scale. We can specify it on screen or bring it in at another scale. For the moment, I'm going to just say specify on screen scale of 1. I'm going to leave it at 1. So we'll go OK. Now the block that we made, I'll roll out a little, is actually coming in behind us. Now I have to roll out some considerable distance to see it all. There it is. Now there's our sheet there, and here's the block. Just click it in position and leave it there. Then select it and right click and scale at that point. We'll scale about this point. If we went 0.1, we would be scaling the block down. We'd be looking at that designer's scale of 1 to 10 on this sheet. If we select the block again and scale down again, so scale and scale down again 0.5, we've effectively scaled that down by 1 to 20, and you can see that doesn't quite fit at 1 to 20. We're not allowed to go 1 to 30 or 1 to 35. The best we're allowed is 1 to 50. The easiest way to handle that is to delete the block, and we'll start again. We'll say, now that we've got a reasonable idea, we can say draw, insert the block, insert the layout. We can actually type the value now that we know what it is. 0.02 is 1 to 50. And we'll say OK. And in comes the block with the dimensioning 1 to 50, and now right click, zoom extents. So there's our information taken from the model space and put in a layout space. Now you might not want, you'd want to put your logo and other information in here. You might want to change line types, but there's a lot you could do to improve the drawing. But this is just to show the concept. If we're currently drawing on a layer hatch, let's go back to layer 0 and go to our layers set, and we'll turn off the dimension layer. Click on it, make it go dark. Now the dimension layer has disappeared, so we've just got the site, and we can label it scale 1 to 50. To return to the model, what I much prefer is to just put some sort of scale bar in here. So I would prefer to go to the library and go to details and bring in a scale bar, or simply draw one in of defined length. But I digress. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how to create a block and paste it into Pages at a fixed scale.